The ability to ask questions well is one of the most important skills in any language. But if it's your second or third language, there are a couple of extra reasons that make it even more important. The person in control of a conversation is the one asking the questions. If you're speaking with, for example, a native English speaker who has a strong accent and is perhaps speaking to you quickly, then you need to be in control of the conversation. Asking questions allows you to control the pace. It gives you more time to think, and it helps you to bring the conversation to your level of English. It's completely pointless trying to speak English at someone else's level, unless their English is worse than yours. Now, most people know that there are two types of questions, open and closed. Closed questions have yes/no answers. The open questions usually need a longer answer with more information. For example, did you finish the bottle? And why did you finish the bottle? If you want someone to talk, then how and why questions are very good. If you want to slow them down without stopping them completely, then use what, whose, and which. If you want them to stop, ask a yes/no question. If you practice this, you will find that a lot of the stress goes away, because most of the stress that people feel when talking in another language is because they feel under pressure to keep up the pace. The fact is, you don't need to do this. And if you try to speak beyond your own pace, you're going to get in a mess. So take control. Let's start with yes/no, the closed questions. These are the questions for which we use ch in Polish. If we go back to the tenses picture, we can see how to do many of these straight away. The first thing to realise is that the question form for every tense is almost always like the negative form. So general questions use do, does, and questions in the named past, the one in the box, use did. To make every yes/no question in the tense picture, take the word not out of the negative statement and then exchange the first two words. So, for example, he smokes, positive. He does not smoke, negative. Does he smoke? They stopped. They did not stop. Did they stop? We will fly. We will not fly. Will we fly? Obviously, I or we sometimes becomes you. I like apples. I do not like apples. Do you like apples? We have eaten. We have not eaten. Have you eaten? So, from the picture we get the following questions. Do, does, am, are, is, have, has, was, were, and will. Now, there are 8 others. Could, would, shall, may. Should, might, can, must. Now, all of these, they are like will. They don't change for he, she, it. They all work the same way as the ones from the tense diagram. For example, we can, we cannot, can we? The first 4 are used in modern international English mostly for asking questions politely. There are 3 polite requests. Would you like another drink? Could you get me a coffee? May I sit here? And one polite suggestion. Shall we dance? Shall we visit my parents? Should is a way of saying that something is a good idea. It doesn't matter why it's a good idea. Fun, obligation, safety or fear. We should get out of here. I should finish this report. He should lose weight. So the question simply asks if something is a good idea. Should we cross the road? Should I wear this tie? Should they open it? Might is a way of saying that something is possible rather than definite. So the question asks if something is possible. Might there be a problem with this? Might I ask you a favour? But this form of question is very old-fashioned and sounds a bit pompous in modern English. You don't really need it. That just leaves can and must. These are a little strange, so we're going to give them a chapter to themselves. I suggest you have a look back at the other yes-no questions to make sure you're okay with everything. Have a short break, then come back and we'll look at can and must.